Hello, this is Bill Hitchcock, and it is April 6th, 2020, and I'm recording the Chapter 8 homework where we're going to be working with some statistical functions. So what I've got open here is the homework for the auto sales. There's just one spreadsheet that I want you to work on. It's the fleet information, so I'm just going to click on that sheet, and I'll zoom in a little bit. Make that a bit easier to see. And as soon as I did that, you can see all the column widths kind of got messed up. So we're going to do a little bit of initial formatting just to make this easier to fit onto one page and do a few other things with it. So I'm just going to highlight a bunch of these cells, hit my page down a few times. It looks like there's, I don't know, 100 or so records. We'll find out shortly. So on my home tab, I'm going to go up to the font, shrink this down to font size 8. Hit Control Home, and hopefully you can still read some of the numbers. If you can't, squint, and hopefully that'll work. We'll try to zoom in just a little bit more and see if that works for you. All right, I'm going to choose all of my columns here. So I'm going to click on the leftmost one, hold my Shift key, click on the rightmost, and just double click to narrow everything up a little bit. And you can see some of the things are already formatted for you. We've got order numbers in here, so if I scroll down and hit end and down, we can find out there are 103 records. So we've got that in here. For the VIN number, you'll notice that if you look up on the formula bar, you'll see it's just a number in here, and that is formatted this way with the dashes using a numeric, or I should say a custom format. So if I come down here to format cells, there we've got a special, it's showing the Social Security, but if you wanted, you could change this around a little bit and choose custom and then format the numbers however you like. So for instance, if I want to make that first number just stand out as a single digit, I could put in a 0 and a dash, and now I've got that one formatted that way, and we can use the format painter and format paint all the rest of my VIN numbers or vehicle identification numbers for these vehicles in our fleet information. I'm just scrolling down here a little bit farther. I want to get all those formatted the same way. So you can come up with whatever makes it easiest for you to read it, but just so you realize, don't type in those numbers with the dashes. Use a format to do it. Next, we've got the make, the model, the year, the mileage, sticker price, date sold. There's another custom format that we used on that. If you want to see it, I might as well just click on this quickly. Format cells, custom. It uses the DD, 3 Ds, 3 Ms, 2 Ds, and 4 Ys to format the date that way. Sale price, and then if it was sold or not. And this is a calculation where we check if the date sold is blank. I just want to return the letter N. So in other words, if you look at this formula, it says if is blank, so it checks to see if this is blank or not. If it is, it'll return a no, or it's not sold. Otherwise, it's yes. These are sorted right now, so you can see that they're the sold ones, and here these are the date sold is blank. The sold shows up that way. Same thing for the sale minus the sticker price. We want to find out if it was sold at a discount or a premium. Check to see if it was even sold, because if it was sold, then we want to do the calculation. If it wasn't, we'd put that in here. And then finally, for the percent above or below the sticker price, same kind of thing. Check to see if the sale date has a cell or an entry in it. If it does, we'll do a calculation. If it doesn't, we'll leave that blank. So there's our data, and we can try some different things with it. So what we want to do is, this is all about using stats. So let's get in here and put some stats together. So I'm going to go down to the bottom of my sheet. And what I always like to do, just to make sure that I didn't mess up on some of these numbers, I'm going to use a count function, which is a descriptive statistic function. I'm going to count up everything from this blank row all the way up. Now I hold my Shift key and end all the way up to the word order. It's not going to count order. It's not going to count that blank because they're text. The rest of them, though, if they're numbers, it will count them up. And there I've got 103 records. Let's just use this format. So I'll use my format painter and paint that number. So now we know how many records we have in total. Next, what I can do is I want to find out, well, I suppose I could total up the sticker prices just to kind of find out what our supposed inventory value is. We might want to total up the total sales price and the sales minus the sticker, do some things like that. So let's put in, we could do it a couple ways. I could type in the formula. So I could say equals sum in a parenthesis, cursor up a cell, hold my shift key, up a few more, end and up. And we'll use this format painter here. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to highlight all these sticker prices all the way up to the top. And I don't think I really need the cents in there, so let's get rid of that. And we'll try doing the same thing down here for the sale price. I'm going to hit Control Home. I don't want to format the sale prices with all these. And I'm going to copy this all the way down. So I'm just holding my Shift key and cursor and down. Maybe a little bit too far. Let's see, where am I? I'm just cursoring back up. There we go. All right, let's put in a dollar format and get rid of the 2 decimals. So that should be good. And then we can do the same thing on the sale minus the sticker price. Shift, I'm just going to page down a whole bunch. Use a dollar sign. Get rid of the decimal points. Or the other thing that you could do for this one is let's right click on it, choose Format Cells, and we'll use a currency format. And we can use this one with the red, so that way any negative numbers will show up a little bit. You know, so you can kind of say, all right, hey, here's one, was the sticker price was $27,000, the sale price was $18,900, it sold at an $8,100 discount. And we've got some that look like they sold for the sticker price. Nothing was sold actually at a premium. So we've got those numbers in there. All right, let's go down to the bottom. Shift end and down, or just, sorry, end and down. So my sticker price is 2.7 million. Let's copy that over here to the sale prices. So far we've sold 650,000 roughly. And let's take the sale minus the sticker price. And on that one, it's a little bit kind of an odd number by putting that in there. Well, I guess it tells us what the ones that actually sold, it's given us the sum of all of those differences. So that looks good. And then finally for the percent above or below the sticker price, I'm just going to say it equals this divided by what my sale prices were. And then we'll format that with a percent format. So on average, we're selling each of these vehicles approximately 21% below what the sticker price was. So let's just put in here our totals. Other things we can do the averages, the minimum, the max. I like to put in the range to find out how we're doing on these. So for my averages, it's equals average, parenthesis. This time I'm going to click on the sticker price, hold my shift key down, and click on the last cell there. For minimum, equals min, parenthesis, click on sticker price, hold your shift key, click on the last blank record, and we'll do the same thing for max. Click on sticker price, that's kind of the beginning of the list of records. Hold your shift key, click on the blank cell at the bottom. Let's use our format painter, and we'll take our format painting from here. For the range, it's going to be the difference between our maximum minus the minimum. So it's got a, you know, our vehicles, sticker price wise, doesn't seem to be that huge of a difference. You could find out how many times that is, for instance, you know, and whatever else. You know, just different calculations we can do. All right, let's copy these formulas. And actually, for the year, we could get the average year. We could get the average miles, the min-max. All of that wouldn't be too bad. I could do it for the date sold. I could do it for the sale price. I'm just going to cursor all the way over here and delete the things I don't need and reformat the ones I do need. Hit enter, and we've got kind of a jumbled mess, but that's all right. So here's what I want to do for my year. I'm going to use the format painter. Format paint these years. And for the average, I'm going to increase the decimals on that by 1. So it looks like on average our vehicles were a 2009 vehicle. You can decide if you really want the decimal point. I think I'll get rid of it now that I look at that. For the mileage, I want to use the format painter for the mileage. Highlight those cells. So we've got that. For the date sold, let's put in, let's see, well, we want to do a couple things. For these numbers are actually dates, all right? The average date that it was sold, the earliest date that we had a sale, and the maximum. So if we format that with a short date, you can see what those are. Or you can use the format painter from those other dates that we had. So we find on average, our vehicle, we sold it on June 20th. The first one, January 6th of 2018, and our last one was at the end of the year. So there's 359 days between the minimum and maximum. Let's format that with a comma format. Sale price, that'll be all right. The sold, this doesn't mean anything, so I'm going to delete those. The sale price and sticker, that's all right with that. And let's do this for here, for the percents, and let's format that with a percent. And we'll increase the decimal by 1. Now here we've noticed that there's, if you take the average of those percentages, it doesn't give us the same as what the weighted average would be. And hence that's kind of the difference between some of the cars are sold at a higher price than others. So really this number here, the negative 20.9%, is actually the correct way to do that weighted average. Looks like one of the vehicles was sold at a 40% discount. The best ones are sold at sticker price, and there you can see just the range there. So there's some real simple statistics that we've got just to get our spreadsheet started out. And next what we'll do after that is we'll add in a few of the other calculations that we can do. But this is enough for this particular video, and we'll wrap up right here.